I am a Les Paul Custom addict and have been hoping the Custom would return to USA production forever. So seeing it happen and actually having one gives me butterflies, and I'm not embarrassed to say that. So I'm just tuning to drop D out of the box. It's very, very resonant, so yeah, I'm going to plug in. I hate how much I love this thing already. It costs $1,500 less than my custom shop one, and if you told me it's a custom shop, I'd believe you. That's not to say it's identical, there's differences. The multi-ply binding on the USA is a few plies less than the custom shop, but the binding is actually thicker on the body of the USA 70s version than it is on my 2023 custom shop custom. You really notice it in the cutaway, and I love it. On the 70s custom, I like that I can use the hex key. On the custom shop bridge, I just gotta use the thumb wheels. There's also different machine heads. Kidney beans on the custom shop, tulips from USA, but they're both Grovers. The biggest differences are in the necks. They are both mahogany bodies and maple cabs, but the new USA custom has a maple neck instead of a mahogany one. So the woods are different, the build is different too. Short neck tenon on the USA version, it's got a volute, and the profile, the size, shape of the neck is different. And I feel kind of crazy. I don't really watch gear reviews typically, but I was excited about this one, and I saw some on launch day before I got mine, and every one of those said the neck is slimmer. But slimmer than what exactly, I'm not sure. I guess they mean slimmer than like a vintage custom, I guess, because it's not slimmer than my 2023 custom or the 60s standards that I've had through the years. It's noticeably bigger than my custom shop one. Before my caliper battery died, I actually took measurements, and the nut width is 1.68 on my custom shop and 1.71 on the USA, which doesn't read as much, but I grabbed my contour gauge and pressed the necks into it level with the fretboard at the 1st and 12th frets, because that's an easier way to show that the custom 70s is a touch wider and thicker too. In practice, it's noticeably bigger in my hands, but not so big to where the playing experience is different. I actually love it, because it's not their 60s profile, it's not the 50s profile, it's actually something different. And I think it'll be a lot less polarizing than those two profiles are, because I've learned that most people are either 50s or 60s necks people. This neck would appeal to both kinds of players, I think. Yeah, that's just something to be aware of if you want the slimmest neck on a new custom. Your best bet is still going to be the custom shop or Epiphone's inspired by Gibson Custom version. which is an identical twin-level clone. Also be aware that the ebony may not be as dark as the other modern customs. I know some people really care about that sort of thing. Personally, I don't. Unless your eyes are staring at the fretboard from a foot away, you won't notice. It feels exactly like a great ebony fretboard should. Plays just as perfectly as my custom shop guitars, and the setup out of the box was insane. Beautifully low action, neck relief set perfectly. Even when I detuned the factory strings to C sharp, there was only fret buzz if I dug in hard, and that's a string gauge tension thing. The fretwork itself is immaculate. The only quality control things that stuck out compared to the custom shop are cosmetic. There's some tooling marks, I guess they're called, in some of the binding, and a couple of the higher frets, and some of the glue from the nut needs to be wiped off the first fret. I have to point that out, because I looked very hard for things that I've seen people complain about on Reddit and places like that, just to make sure you know. I went over everything with a fine-tooth comb to share my honest experience, not to make a commercial. I'm personally not bothered by these things, and I'm not going to hold it against you if you are. You know, if you are spending money on something, you can hold it to whatever standard you want. I really love it. It's only been a day, so I will take some time before taking a better look at it and its versatility and all that. But I'm so obsessed, I just want to play it and not really worry about cameras and lighting and all that kind of stuff right now. It's a dream guitar, and I'm so happy they're back in USA production. I'm happy it's every bit as good as my custom shop guitar, and I really don't think anyone would be able to tell you it's not out of the custom shop just by playing it. I'm happy that it's different, because different guitarists want different things, and even me as a Les Paul custom addict, I don't want the same thing over and over again. I want different necks and woods and weights and pickups. And again, this neck pickup, I know I'm in the honeymoon phase, but I think this is my favorite neck pickup ever. I'm sorry, I'm rambling now, but thanks for sticking with me. If you have any questions, please do ask, and I might do an in-depth comparison to the IGC Epiphone, the Supreme, as well as the custom shop, of course. I'm not sure though, so let me know if that's something you'd like to see.